Hello, 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 everyone on this Sunday evening. Hope everyone is doing well. My name is Minnie Alexander. Thank you for coming by my channel and listening to what I have to say. Tonight's topic is why do women overlook good guys? I have 4 reasons that I think, as a woman, why women overlook, good men. If you are not familiar with who I am an author, and I have a book called A White Man's Whore. A White Man's Whore is available on Amazon. Go to the search bar on Amazon, type in A White Man's Whore, and my book will pop up. My book is talking about interracial dating, about white men dating black women, and the different perspectives, and it has a little bit of different twist than most books or a lot of books you would think that talks about interracial dating. I educate black women on things they could possibly encounter with dating white men. I know a lot of books out there and other YouTube channels, they talk about interracial dating as if it's just like the cure all, which, and I guess it's all about your perspective. But hey, Sunkiss, thank you for joining. So yeah, my book is about interracial dating. I interview black men, white men, black women, all of that. Very unique book. Get it on Amazon. So I am not planning on staying on here very long. I always say that, and sometimes I actually honor my word, and sometimes I look up and 2 hours later, I'm still on YouTube, on live. But we'll let tonight flow however tonight flows. So, again, the topic is why do women overlook good guys? I will open the panel after I am done talking about this topic and to hear what you guys have to say. So, what inspired me to talk about this topic is I have a dear friend, I will not say her name. She was dating a guy a few years ago, and I've never met the man, so I was just getting information from her about how this man and her, how their dating experience was going. They were dating a total, I think, of 6 months, and he was driving over an hour to see her. He did not request for her to ever drive to see him. I believe that they would see each other maybe about once a week. He would drive to see her. Brought her flowers, took her out. In this time they were dating, they did not have sex. He did not push himself on her. He was very respectful. Texted her, called her, gave her attention, tried to get to know her. I remember she called me one evening and she told me that she was getting tired of him, that he was boring. It was the same routine, the same flowers, the same just going out to eat. And as I'm listening to her, I'm thinking in my head, this man hasn't done anything wrong. Like being out in the dating pool, men have a lot more violations than this. Like, he hasn't called you out your name, he hasn't cheated on you, you haven't had a woman call you saying, you talking to my man? None of that. Just because he's taking you out to dinner, bringing you flowers, and he feels boring to you. He's not exciting. Yeah. And so again, I let her speak, and she was even going in on him about his car, about how the interior of his car was not up to her clean standards. I guess the insides of cars get dust and other, like, little stuff in cars that might get vacuumed out. She didn't like that. So in my mind, she was picking. She was picking on this man, and I was trying to open her eyes to let her see, like, he doesn't seem like a bad man to me. But if your heart's telling you you don't like him after 6 months, which is a half a year, and you're not like you're giving up the booty, so it's not like he's pushing for it. If you don't really feel like this person is you and this person have a connection, then yeah, let it go. Don't let it month 7 and 8 happen. So she slowly pulled away from him, and eventually, also, she met his mother in the 6 months. Yeah, she met his mother. And so she finally pushed away from this man, or pulling away, and he finally got the picture and he left her alone. That was many years ago. So now we're here up to date with the same friend. She had a child by a man. I've never met the man, so again, any information I have about him is through her. Not the best man to her and their child. And her and I were in a conversation last week, and we're just comparing stories to what we've experienced and what we've seen out here on these single streets. And her mind went back to this gentleman who would drive to see her and bring her flowers and take her out to dinner. And I seen it. I seen that she was being too picky when she was with him. But it finally dawned on her when she finally got a taste of something that was sour, that this guy was really sweet to her. He was a good guy. He was one of those good guys. So it made her and I talk about her personally, why, when she had this good guy in front of her, that's willing to drive over an hour once or sometimes twice a week to see her, and he worked also. What made her not want him? Wow. Yeah, right? Now my friend, she's a good woman. She is. If I was a man, I would absolutely date her. She's not out on the street, she works, she's a good woman. So I thought of 4 things that makes a good woman overlook a good man. And this is one thing that me and my friend talked about in this phone conversation. The first one is some women have never seen an example of what a good man is. Now, when I say good man or good guy, everybody has their own definition. So I would give you a few of my bullet points, and there's could be stuff I'm missing also in this bullet point. My ideal as a woman, a good man is a man, and I've said this in previous videos, is a man who's, when he's in a relationship or when he's courting a woman, her feelings, he validates her feelings. He's responsible financially. He self-reflects, and when he does make a mistake, he can correct it or admit to his mistake. Now, I'm leaving out a whole bunch of other stuff, because if a man's a father and all that stuff, but that's just the basis of many other things that can make a good man. And what's important to me is, again, a man who can really recognize that his partner has feelings also. That is super important. That shows emotional maturity. And that is making, again, one bullet point of a good man. So a lot of women out here, I mean, it could be that they did not have their fathers in their home, or the father was in their home and the father was emotionally not attached, or was doing his own thing, and his presence was there, but emotionally and mentally he really wasn't connecting with his daughter, nor was he treating the mother at the level of excellence that she could have been treated. So some of these women never seen it, never seen a man, never seen a good man in action. So it's kind of hard sometimes to identify if this is a good man or if it's not, if he's playing me or if he's real. if you've never seen it. It gives me an example of like when you go and you like if I make a new dish. If I'm okay, I'll put it this way. I've had this experience. I've made sweet potato pie, right? And I've had guests come over that have never tasted sweet potato pie. And there's one particular time I didn't make it sweet enough. I didn't make it as sweet as I like it. So for me, I messed up on my pies. But my guests came, my guests ate the pies, and they loved it. Why? Because they've never really tasted a good sweet potato pie. So, same example. Some women have never seen a good man at work and him handling his business. So when they run across a good man, they take him for granted. That was number one. Number two, they are used to bottom feeders. You might ask, what is a bottom feeder? A bottom feeder can be a man or a woman. It could be in different social classes. It could be in the person has a successful career, making a whole bunch of money, but they're a bottom feeder when it comes to relationships, meaning they are not suitable to court anybody or to be courted. They are the people who they date, but they're so dishonest, and they might even be dishonest, not even realize it, that they are dishonest, meaning these are the bottom feeders, people who mislead. Now, someone can be, out here dating and know they don't want a relationship and still, and they not be a bottom feeder. If they're honest with their partner, hey, we just met. I'm not looking for a relationship. You want to kick it? All right, let's kick it. Now we know what page this person's on. That's not a bottom feeder. Bottom feeders are the ones that turn, the men who turn good women bitter, and the women who turn good men into assholes. Bottom feeders. So some women, the only thing they know are bottom feeders. The only thing they know are the ones who lie and the ones that cheat and the ones that deceive and the ones you don't know where they're at. They play the disappearing act. They don't know anything else. So when they get a man who doesn't do all that, like my friend said, he's boring. These women are so used to drama, so used to chasing a man down and questioning him and side-eyeing him, that when they meet a man that they don't have to side-eye, they don't even recognize what's in front of them. They don't even realize they're put in a less stressful situation, less stressful environment, because they're used to the stress and they incorporate that stress and drama and hurt with some kind of weird love. That was point number two. So point number one, a woman has never seen an example of a good man. Point number two, she's used to bottom feeders. The topic is, why do women overlook good guys? And my friend also, her and I talked about those 2 points, and she basically said that this was describing her. Number three, the woman is scared. She's scared. I have been guilty of this. Had a really good guy in front of me and scared that I was going to mess it up. Scared that it was too good to be true. Scared that the person had ulterior motives. And the only thing they wanted to do was get to know me. And most of the time when women have a good man in front of them and they are scared to let him in, to let him get close, to trust him, they usually don't recognize that he's a good man until the relationship is already dissolved. Then they could sit back and reflect on the different moves this man was making and realize he didn't want to do anything but love you and get to know you. And that's when they kick themselves. Or when the relationship has dissolved and they run across bottom feeder after bottom feeder after bottom feeder after bottom feeder, then they're like, damn, I had a good with this guy. So some women do not acknowledge a good man because of fear, and also fear of not being good enough for this man. If you meet a man who almost checks every box, and the woman doesn't feel like she is at that level, or she has some insecurity, then maybe he can easily find someone in her eyes better than her. She might get scared and sabotage that relationship, even though she has an idea that this is a good one, this is a keeper. Number 4, the woman is not ready. We hear a lot of these YouTube videos talking about how men aren't ready. Sometimes women aren't ready. I've been there too. When I was in my 20s and not the best citizen, I've ran across some really good men. And because I wasn't ready and I knew they were good and I knew the only thing that was surrounding me was drama, I let them go. Because I knew that only thing I was going to do was hold them back or bring them down. I wish a lot of people, especially men who know they're no good or they're not ready, could do that. If they have a good woman, let her go. It'll hurt, but it'll hurt less than if you drag her through the mud. So let's going back to talking about the women who overlook good men. They maybe are not ready. And some people, their pride is so big, even women, their pride is so big, they can't say that they're not ready. So they sabotage it. But when people recognize internally that they're not ready for what the person standing in front of them could bring, and they let the person go, I think that's the most nicest thing you could do to somebody, versus let them linger and stay around knowing that you're not ready for a commitment or ready for whatever kind of relationship they want. So hey JT, so the topic of tonight is why do women overlook good men? And now some in the definitions that the 4 points I gave, which was number 1, a woman has never seen a good example of a man. Number 2, she's used to bottom feeders. 3, she's scared. And number 4, she is not ready. That does not mean the woman is not a good woman. It just means that she needs to go inside of herself and figure some stuff out, or recognize what's in front of her and appreciate it. And also communication. Like I said, some people have a lot of conflict, internal conflict. And if you meet the right person that won't use your internal conflict against you, it is okay to communicate that to a partner or potential partner. Hey, this is what I'm not good at. I've been hurt, so I'm scared. I'm not ready. Maybe we could be friends and I get myself right. I've never seen what a good man looks like. So please show me. Men before me have only hurt me. So I need to see something different. So JT says, I have been told by women that men who aren't considered to be good men, sex is better and that it takes off, trumps everything. And that it kind of trumps everything. So you're saying this, okay, well, let me read that. I've been told by women that men who aren't considered to be good men, sex is better, and that it kind of trumps everything. Okay. Now, I'm going to leave that up there while I discuss this. So from my understanding, women are saying that that bad men, sex is better. The bottom feeders, sex is better. Now, I talked about this in an early video that I did today and a few days ago. A lot of men who know they are trash are bottom feeders that mean women know good. They have big ass egos. So they will screw the mess out of a woman and get her body so addicted that she's saying this, that the sex is good. I mean, it could be good. And it makes her overlook that he is a piece of crap, you know? And to me, it's like, and a lot of the men who are crappy and bottom feeders, usually they get a lot of women because they don't have any type of, what's the word called? They have no integrity. So usually crappy men that have good sex is because they don't mind telling a woman whatever she needs to hear, even if though he knows it's a lie. He don't mind breadcrumbing a woman, even though he knows it's not going to go anywhere. He doesn't mind insinuating something that's never going to happen. So he has a lot of women to practice with when it comes to sex, to get it right and to screw the hell out of a woman. So he don't have to do much for her to come back. Only thing he has to do is that text message, hey, what you doing tonight? Versus a good man who has integrity. Like what I said earlier when I was talking about my friend who was dating this guy, for the good guy, for 6 months, and he never touched her. So she doesn't even know how the sex is. So a lot of women will be like, oh, that's boring. He's so square. And they'll run to a guy who's pounding 5 or 6 women on rotation and will never even take you out to dinner. You'll never be anything besides a person on your back. And then you wake up and wonder why you can't find anybody, because you're overlooking the good ones. Because they might not be screwing you right. Now, we all know sex is something that is, it's not, how good you are in the bedroom is not genetic. It can be taught. They got toys. They have a whole bunch of other stuff in 2022 to help you and your partner get to where both of you are satisfied. And it also takes putting the ego away if you're a man and listening to what your partner is saying so you can be hitting it right every single time. Let's see. Sunkist says, I don't know what an A8NT snitch him up. I don't know what that means. Oh, snatch. Let me see. I'm sorry, guys. I'm on a phone, and my phone is really small. So oh, that means ain't the eight. Okay. See, I don't know all that stuff. Ain't snatch who up? You didn't get him. I can see the chat. Snatch. I mean, in my stories, if you're talking about my story, you're talking about my friend's story. I mean, my stories, when I have ran across good guys in my past, it was one out of the 4 things. Either it would usually, I was scared, I wasn't ready, and I have not seen that many examples of really good men. And in my older years, I actually have a couple that I'm very close with, that they have figured it out and figured out how to live in harmony with each other. And it's wonderful to sit on the outside of their love and watch him love on her and her love on him through their ups and downs of 40 plus years of being together. So I have finally, in my being 40 years old, have actually have someone in my life, a couple, where I can say he treats her well. It's sad. It's really sad, but there's not a lot of couples running around and actually figured it out. So it is very hard for a woman to see the example of what a good man is. You know. So Sunkiss says, your friend, why you ain't got the dude she didn't want? Why didn't I snatch him up, Sunkiss? Okay, I'm gonna open up the panel. I did my 4 points. We 25 minutes in. Let me see if I could do this, and I'll answer your question, Sunkiss. Why I didn't snatch him up? So for one thing, I'm not a woman like that. Honestly, like if Even though, they didn't have sex, so it's not like her and I would be, doing the same dude, But I've never seen I haven't even seen a picture of him. I don't know if he would be my style. And she spent a good 6 months with him, and I think at that point in time I might have been in a situationship. And I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I feel kind of like once my girlfriend touches a guy or interested in the guy, he's off limits. You know, dang, they're probably for the rest of his life. I don't go back and do stuff like that. So, and then who knows? I feel like chemistry of people, just because he was doing all that stuff for her, he might not do that stuff for me. Everybody's chemistry is different. Mm. See, I don't know what all these husband calling BRB. Girl, I don't know BRB is. Oh, be right back. Okay, got it. Got it, son kiss. You had me over here to think and stretch my brain cells and figure it out, but I got you. All right. So, yes. You know, in these dating pools, I believe a lot of these dating pools is filled with crap. Crap and piss. That's what the dating pools these days are filled with. But there is hope. I believe that good women and good men, they are either waiting or searching for each other. But in the midst of waiting and searching for each other, there's a whole bunch of other people out here that are jacked up. And the sad part about it is, especially women who do find a good dude, they have so much trauma that they can't even see past their own trauma to see how a wonderful union it would be if they could just get their crap out the way. It's really sad, and it's really sad when you do see those good women, um, honest women, ready to be wifey type of women and wifey material type of women, not running the streets, not manipulating, just on her grind, doing her thing, being a good mom, or just taking care of herself if she's not a mom. Just good women. It is so sad when you see a good woman run across a bottom feeder man and he just tears her apart, and she can never put herself back together to be the same woman. That is sad. And especially if she finally runs across a good man and she can't even give him a chance. I do believe that when people come together, you do not have to be 100% healed from past relationship trauma. I believe that you don't have to be. But I believe you have to recognize why you do what you do, or why you feel what you feel, or why you think what you think because of past trauma. Because if you don't uh, put a marker on these things inside of you that were created, or sometimes false thoughts and false feelings about and hold on to them about stuff that has happened to the past, when those memories come up, I believe if you don't put a marker on it, then people react and do things that they don't really can't really verbally tell you why they're doing, but why they're doing it, but it's sabotaging the relationship and trauma and drama, and just being an unpleasant relationship. But I believe if someone can put a marker on, this is why I don't trust the opposite sex. This is what happens to me. So when they meet a good person, a woman meets a good man, even if she has mistrust because maybe the last 5 men have cheated on her and lied to her and broke her heart, but now she found this one that's trying to do right by her. And the block that she has is the memories of what the other men have done to her. If she has a good man, a mature man, and they vibe and they like each other, that man, because of who he is, can help her in her healing process, and it won't deplete him. All he has to do is keep on his same track of being that good man with integrity. and for her to lower her guard and let him in a little bit, then let him in a little bit again, and for him not to tarnish that trust, the little bit of trust she gives, inch by inch. So I believe two people can get together and can heal each other, but they have to be honest. They have to be good people, and they have to have always have the intent of not hurting their partner. And if they do hurt their partner, try their hardest to correct it and make it back as whole as possible. And that's very hard because we're living in a society of me, I. And I believe that's why a lot of people aren't really getting married, because they don't know how to share. They don't know how to think about the other person. It's all about me. What am I going to get? How fast am I going to get it? Let's see. Coming up here is Sunkiss. Hey.
Hey, ooh, praise
What's
God. Yes,
what's
I
going
just had
on?
to tell you, I was like, nothing but my husband had called. He was like, call me when you thank you. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, why you didn't go get that man, girl? Shit. Mm-mm.
I don't know. That's always been my thing, where it's like I don't, once my girlfriend touches something or interested in something, I mean it has to be some years, like 10, 15, 20 years past before I pursue something like that. I don't know.
I think we gotta stop that shit.
Huh?
The dating pool too small. I say I think we gotta stop that. The date too small. The dating pool too small for that shit.
So you saying if it don't work with your friend, then go ahead and rotate them onto you?
Hey, if you think that they're a viable person, why not? Why you gonna be lonely with her? Thank you. You too. Mm. If she don't want that man and you think it can work between y'all, then hey,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, back in the day, I thought that was cool. Now, don't get me wrong, I ain't been on the dating scene in a long time, but this shit look crazy to me, and I
Mm-hmm.
think the rules of engagement have to change.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's cause you used to talk to my friend, now you're off limits. Fuck that. Mm. Especially when they be passing up good men. So now he just out the market forever and a day. But why? Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why should that be the case?
And how takes, I mean, how your friend gonna act? I
Huh?
mean, that value. I mean, if your friend's not cool with it, do you value your friendship with your female friend? You not cool with that?
Um. Well, I guess at that point it would be a matter of how valuable the friendship is.
Mm-hmm.
But I know a lot of women, they won't talk to no man that anybody that they was friends with talk to. And looking
Mm-hmm.
at this dating pool, um, I don't think the dating pool wide enough for that type of mindset no more.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I know like if that dynamic was to change, it's a lot of women that might lose their friends. But hell, you can't sleep with your friend.
Yeah, but if the dude is really not the best dude, then you might need your friend to cry on. And now she gone. Like there was one time where I did do that. One time, but it was like maybe when my friend was dating this dude, it was like 30 years has passed. So it was like, she's like, girl, I don't care. I was 16 when I was dating him, and now I'm a grown woman. I don't care. So, I talked to him, whatever. He wasn't about anything. He was actually one of the
Hmm.
bottom feeders. So, and she
Hmm.
didn't know because she, dated him like 30 some plus years ago. But
Yeah.
yeah, he was not a good, I mean, this dude, you talking about manipulative, and he manipulated women from coast to coast, girl. When his story started unfolding, I was like, damn, this one, and he was a preacher too. This dude he would get with women who have money, and he would manipulate them into like basically one lady, she had a house and like two Benzes. He made her liquidate all that and he took the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he did, girl. Didn't think twice about it. He was doing that. He was literally a full-time con artist and he would con women.
Oh, that's crazy.
For real. When you start hearing that story, you're like, damn. But he was slick though. But he was kind of like those slick where like from day one, I was like, I gotta watch you because you saying all the right things. You smell good. You look good. You a preacher, so you know how to talk. You know, I had my eyes open, like and ears open. I was like, yeah, I don't trust you.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like you don't want to pull. You want to pull that type of trigger with somebody you think over 50%, hell, closer to 100% chance that y'all gonna work out and be
Mm-hmm.
done. Because I think a lot of women be missing out on having viable mates because they won't date a dude because they friend used to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your friend could have been on bullshit,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and now that's a viable mate choice for you, but because your friend wanted to play a game with the man, now you deprive yourself of a possible fruitful relationship.
Well, you know, women get jealous too, because if that was your friend's dude at one point in time, it didn't work out. He still remains to be a good dude. He didn't get too much damage or trauma from that relationship. He turns around, flips around, dates you, puts a ring on, and y'all skipping in the sunset, happily ever after in a healthy relationship. That friend might get jealous and might try some things, you know,
Hmm.
especially if she knows him well enough to know what he likes, because she dated him, you know.
Yeah. That's when you beat her ass or call the police on her ass.
She was like, I could do it better than your wife. Remember that time in the park? You know, stuff like that. That's the thing that could kind of be like, y'all had sexual memories and all kind of memories. I don't think I could be her friend no more unless she's a real cool chick.
Yeah, you know, you will have to navigate the situation differently, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't think the whole oh my friend used to date him, so I can't. I don't think that shit viable no more.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the girl gonna have to get over it.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't want that man and he was good for your friends, look, you gonna have to go ahead and curb your jealousy and all that stuff and go get over it because you didn't want it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what's so sad is 9 times out of 10 they probably still won't want the damn man. They'll
Of
try to play them
course.
games just because you got him.
Yep.
And then if he was to fall into
Mm-hmm.
the ridiculous nonsense, then she do him the same way she did him the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I think we give more consideration to these women than we do to some of these men. And
Mm-hmm.
honestly, a lot of these women don't deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them want men that want to play with their heads.
Yeah, some women are addicted to the drama.
This crazy as hell. This is crazy. Don't make no sense.
And men are too. I had one dude was like, "Oh, well, if I don't answer my phone, you gonna come by, just gonna stop by my place?" No, I'm not gonna just stop by your place. I respect your space. Well, you don't really like me if you just won't stop by and see what I'm doing. You know, I'm like, what? What kind of women you usually date? I ain't gonna
Girl,
stop
crazy
by,
ones.
huh?
Crazy ones.
Yes, cause I'm like, what? Hmm.
Yeah, I noticed that shit on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I pretty much just float around YouTube and talk to whoever I want to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
And I have come to understand that a lot of these toxic relationships, these people be doing that shit together because that's what they used to.
Mm-hmm.
They like that shit, or they just conditioned to it. Men and women
Mm-hmm.
alike.
Yeah. And
And
I'm
that's why
like
I'm like,
this. Go ahead.
that's why I'm like, if you think that dude that your friend don't want might be a viable partner for you, I say go for it. Because a lot of them people just be like, they complain about me. They complain about
Oh, the phone's breaking up. Up, can't hear you anymore.
I'm
Up, it's a bad connection. Let's see. So, with the topic of why do women overlook good guys? When you come back, Sunkiss, let me know when your connection's better. But the thing that's really messed up. I mean, I stamp myself as a good woman. I do. Am I flawed? Yes. Do I have some things that I have exposed to the light and getting to know who I am? That's not the best characters best character of myself. Yes, I'm the number one person to tell on myself when I'm doing some stuff, and if it's to my best friend or to whomever, I'll tell on myself. And the point in times in my life where I was not a good partner, where I knew I was not suitable to be with a good man, I stayed away from good men. I wish that men out here that run across a good woman, if they know they're not ready, if they know they're not about anything, don't mess with her. There's enough hoes out here that they hearts have been shattered. They don't have no more pieces to shatter. Go mess with them because they already know the deal. They know what the get down. They know the deal. If you drama feel, they drama feel. Don't get a good woman and then because she's a good woman, you know that she's probably only gonna be with you. She gonna be honest with you. Don't get her and play games if you know you're not ready, because that makes a good woman a bad woman. Then when you're ready for a good woman, there's no more left because men like you have messed them up. Up, son. Oh, here's Sunkiss. She's backstage. Let me let her up. All right, is that better? Let's see. You there?
yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
It might
Yep.
go out like two more times.
Okay. I think I'm a end at 8 o'clock. Just give it a cool
Oh, okay.
hour. And get my stuff ready for work tomorrow. But yeah, this topic was on my heart because of my friend and the revelation that came to her. Even though I knew, I'm a kind of friend. I mean, I call my friends out on their BS, but sometimes I just sit back and let them figure it out on their own. Because when they figure it out, then they really understand.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to let them figure it out on their own. Unless they just out here
Mm-hmm.
being a total disaster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I bet you she wish she had that guy now. And this was years ago. This was like, man, this is like 4 years ago. So she probably didn't even have this guy's number no more. He probably married and doing his own thing. He probably would not want to loop back her way. But she regrets it now, like I do
Maybe
too.
she,
There's some. Hmm. What
I
what'd you
said
say?
she treated him like shit. I don't blame her. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I could hear you. Uh-huh.
I,
Hmm.
I said if she treated him like shit, I wouldn't blame him.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Indigenous, we see you in the chat. Thanks for stopping by. Um. So yeah, and then you got to think about. I wonder if that bruised him. Think about it. For 6 months, he's driving over an hour to come see a lady, sometimes once or twice a week. He's paying for the meals. He's stopping by and bringing her flowers every single time. And then after 6 months, oh, even met his mother. Then after 6 months, she doesn't even straight out tell you that it's over. She just pulls away. So I'm wondering, did that damage him as a man? Like, damn, I didn't try to push up on her. I didn't try to kiss up on her and stuff. I was being a gentleman for 6 months, and I got basically nothing.
Yeah, that do affect them. That's why them dudes be always acting a fool.
Mm-hmm.
But like some of them dudes in the manosphere and
Yeah.
the shit that they say, they be going through stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm saying, like, the concessions that we as women make for our homegirls, we probably need to stop that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Cause these women be, girl, they play too much. Like I be listening to women talk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't always descend in their chat because they don't know how to act. Especially because I'm gonna say what I need to say. so,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't even go in the chat. I just be listening to a lot of the conversations that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they will use these men for whatever they can use them for and don't want them because they boring. But that's what's gonna give you the stability that you looking for.
Yep.
But you wanna ride around with little pistol whip because he's exciting. And he gonna bring you all kind of baby mamas, STDs, other women,
Girl.
drama, all of this stuff, and you sitting over there stressed out, your hair falling out, and all of this stuff because you trying to make this man be something that he ain't.
Yep.
When you had a decent dude over here, but he boring and you stupid. That's why you single, stupid.
I have been the stupid one. I have kicked myself when there's a like, I mean, one relationship, and I'm thinking in my head, this dude was good to me. I mean, good to me. Good, 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 good to me. At the time, I have to go back to my 4 points on why women let good men go. I was not ready and I was scared and I thought he was a bunch of BS. Why? Because my other point, I was used to men being BS with me. So I didn't think he was. I thought he just did this with every woman, and it wasn't until we dissolved the relationship where he's like, "No, I don't do this with every woman. I was doing this to you for you." And I was like, "Damn, just for me," and I couldn't even see it. You know.
That's why we
And
need
this,
our grandma back.
yeah, yeah,
Grandma will tell you real quick, you need to marry that man.
mm-hmm, yeah,
I'll tell you need to leave that one alone.
mm-hmm. I think women need to, my little motto is if you fishing in one pool and you can't find love there and you get the same type of fish, go to another pool and fish. I think a lot of women are so stuck, especially black women. We stuck on the same type, so we go after the same type and we get in the same results. You know, yeah,
You know another thing,
mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people don't know how to date.
Okay.
They literally be out here dating one person at a time. That is the dumbest shit you could ever do.
Mm-hmm.
That's for courtship.
Mm-hmm.
It is. They just spend 6 months dating one person. That person could be playing with your whole entire life. And you done spent 6 months to a year letting them play with you, ignoring all other prospects.
Well, me still being out in these single streets, and honestly, my desire to really find that forever person, girl, I'm content where I'm at.
Yeah,
um if the person come, cool, give him a hug and a kiss, thank you for showing up. If he don't, I have built my life where I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. The only person I
yeah.
have to answer to is me and my child. But yeah, it's crazy out there. I mean, now let me tell you how it is, because I know you haven't been in the single streets in a long time. These men out here, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
speak for myself. They are controlling. They try to have it where you don't date anybody else. And they tried to make this illusion that they're only dating
Yeah,
you
that got me
too.
fucked up.
They try to make an illusion as this they're
Yeah,
only
I wouldn't
dating
give a
you
fuck.
too. And in reality, they know they date more than one woman, but they don't want to, especially if it's a sexual relationship, they don't want to be dipping behind somebody else, even though they dip in other people too. You know?
But that's a personal problem. It don't got nothing to do with me. Mm-mm. I can't play with men. I'm sorry. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a damn what you want. You get what you want after you get a ring and say I do. That's when you get
Mm-hmm.
what you want. Other than that, I run this shit. You'll do what I say. If you don't, then we ain't gonna go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Women be worried about what these men want too much in the dating phase. Like, fuck him.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you auditioning, so is he.
Yeah.
He don't get to dictate you nothing. That man's supposed to get down on one knee and ask you for your hand in marriage. He needs to be prepared for that situation. So if he wants you to be exclusive, then he needs to properly court you and let you know he wants you to be exclusive. You don't get exclusivity straight out the gate. What fuck? What have you
Mm-hmm.
done to prove that I need to be exclusive?
Oh, your connection's going out again.
Oh, is
Uh,
it?
only I heard was oh.
Let me know
That's better.
because it might. Okay, I said I need to know what the hell is so special about you that I need to cut off all other prospects. Okay, for you, that don't make no sense. You don't get exclusivity out the gate. I
Now,
do not, especially for women, especially young women. I don't
yeah.
advocate young women dating one person at a time. We got
Mm-hmm.
a biological damn clock. Okay, we
Mm-hmm.
don't got time to play with men. Okay, either he gonna be about something or he can get put on the rotation while we find the one that is gonna be about something. What is the reason to cut everybody else off? I have suitors, sir. It's my privilege as a woman. If you want to cut off my suitors, then you need to give me a reason to cut them off.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna say this, and I don't. I know we have a few people listening to me right now, and people gonna listen to this after the live is over. But I'm gonna have to say, my book, White Man's Whore. I analyze the difference between dating a white man and dating a black man, and this might make a few people upset. But I've
Hmm.
noticed in dating non-black men, um, they are slower to want it to be exclusive. It's more of a natural thing. It's more like, okay, we've been hanging out. We hang out 3-4 times a week. You're the person I fall asleep on the phone talking to. Now let's take that step and make something serious, which I've noticed a lot of black men. I mean, from day one, they want it to be only them, even if they're not talking about anything serious. I've noticed that they
Yeah,
want to, go ahead.
black men think they entitled to women and they own and
Mm-hmm.
they control women.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. And I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't playing that game. I was like,
Yeah.
hell no. I'm not gonna play with you, sir. Um, I'm not you talking to somebody else. First of all, you don't pay no bills to ask me no questions. Let's start with that. You I'm gonna give you one. This gonna be your first and only courtesy call, and I will answer every question you got. And after
Mm-hmm.
that, I'm not answering no more questions. You wanna ask questions? You need to pay a bill. Be on my answer more of your questions. But no, hell no, you ain't the only person that I'm talking to. If you want to
Mm-hmm.
be the only person that I'm talking to, then you need to ask me for exclusivity. Well, what are you? Are you? Am I the only person you're talking to? Well, you know what I'm saying I do exactly. So don't ask me no motherfucking questions when you know it don't apply to you. I don't know what this double standard crazy ass shit they think about is, but hell no, cause sir, you can be 70 years old and still get a bitch pregnant. The
Mm-hmm.
likelihood that I'm gonna be able to have a baby and rear that motherfucker at 70 is slim to none. So I have a time schedule that is natural. I don't
Mm-hmm.
got time to play with you.
Mm-hmm.
Which means If I'm gonna do this dating game, I got to play the game smart and efficient, and that
Well,
means
yeah. Well, no, I mean, women still got to be have their antennas up because, again, uh, men will say that. Men will be like, okay, yeah, I'm only be exclusive with you. It's you got to see a person's pattern because men have said that to get the woman off guard and be like, okay, we're in an exclusive relationship, but shoot, every other Friday and Saturday night he disappears.
yeah.
You
But
know,
see,
so.
that's the good part about dating multiple people at the
Mm-hmm.
same time. Because if he on bullshit, you got other people that you're seeing that's going to pinpoint that he's on bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Unless the whole crop you got is on bullshit, then you just throw the whole goddamn crop away and start over.
Girl, it's possible out here in these streets.
Oh hell yeah, I know. That's why, like when I would date 10 of them at a time.
Damn.
I, yeah, I could keep 10 on rotation, and if one of them got on my nerves or I didn't like them or whatever the hell the case may be, um, I drop that one off, and if I feel like picking up another one, I pick up another one. That way, I got to weigh those men against each other. I got to
Mm-hmm.
see what I like, what I didn't like, what I would tolerate, what I wouldn't tolerate. You know, stuff like that. I don't never advocate no woman sitting up there playing exclusivity with some damn nigga that she just met because they will try it and they like to play games. They like to do them mental and emotional fucking games. And I'm like,
But
you ain't finna play with me like that, sir.
but how messed up, insensitive, and effed up it is to know you have more than one woman. You might even have two or three women, and you have opened your mouth to manipulate a woman, especially a good woman, to only be with you. And you know, at the end of the day, she will never have you. And you just basically stopping her from meeting someone who really treat her good. You know how messed up that is to do, and to
Yeah,
go
they
to
don't give
sleep
a
at
damn.
night and exactly, exactly. It's that's messed up. Again, when I was not the best woman, I would tell dudes like, "Listen, you need to go ahead. We don't need to have no commitment. I'm going to either hold you back or bring you down. So we need to get away from me. Let's just do the, I was honest with people because I would hate to send somebody home to their mama brokenhearted over me when I know at that time I was a heartbreaker, but people don't do that. People don't people don't care.
Hell no, they don't care. Especially not them dudes. Especially if they just out here trying to get sex. It's
Hmm.
easier
But
for us to have sex than it is for them. That's why they do
but
all that
see,
lying and shit.
the thing about it is there's tons of women out here in 2022 that they just want sex too. So just find those women. But see, they don't want those women because they know those women gonna have other men they doing. They want to find a good woman that it's a possibility she's only with him and mess over her. And I mean, I've ran across in this dating in these single streets. I've ran across men like that. I'm like, why don't you just go after hoes? It's much more simpler. Why?
What the fuck?
You know? Hmm. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I had a phone call come in, but yeah, it's like they heartless. And then when they turn all the women in their community bitter, then they why are these bitter women? Well, hell, I've ran across five of you. And I
Yeah, they
know
be
vice versa.
no, they be doing the most. They do the most. And I mean, you got to think about it. It's the way we socialize. Okay,
Hmm.
when you're a little girl, they tell you from shit as soon as you come out the womb. Keep your leg.
Oh, we lost Sunkiss. We lost Sunkiss. I'm gonna give her a few minutes, see if she gonna connect back. But real quick, going back over my points. The topic is why do women overlook good guys? I see you, Sunkiss. Let you back up. There we go.
Yeah, how
All
about I
right.
don't even know how I kick myself out.
So you were making a point about how we women girls are raised to keep their legs closed.
Yeah, girls are raised to keep their legs closed, and boys are raised to sow their oats.
Mm-hmm.
So we got two different messages.
Mm-hmm.
So knowing that we got two different messages, they they are taught to talk you out of your damn drawers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a badge of honor that they could get it. Why
Mm-hmm.
they don't choose the hoe? The hoe is easy. The hoe screw everybody. The other women, Well, they're more
Up you going
to
again.
get the hoe.
Uh-huh.
Once you understand that shit, then you already know. Oh, y'all on bullshit, so you know
Yep.
not to trust them. You don't trust them. Like Kai saying, don't trust no nigga. She wasn't lying. Don't.
Trust has to be earned in this day and age. It has to be earned. They got to match their words up with their actions. All of that. You got to. You got to.
Yeah, you can't trust them. You can't just sit up there. That's why I say date more than one, because the ones that are sincere, you'll be able to see that. And the
Yeah.
ones that are on bullshit, you'll be able to see that. And the
Yeah.
ones that you want to make into something that they not, you'll be able to see that in yourself if you being
Mhm.
honest with yourself. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because
Mhm.
it's multiple people there, and you get to see different perceptions, perspectives, analyze how you being treated, analyze how you feel after you done spent time with this person, and all of that stuff. A lot of people don't get to know none of that because they always in these single non-relate situationships. That's what they
Yep.
call it.
Yep.
Like situationship. What the hell is that? No,
Yep.
thank you. I don't want none of that.
Yep. Well, I'm about to bring this to a close. Anyone who's listening, if you haven't now subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my page. Go ahead to Sun Kisses page, subscribe to her page. She has a lot of good content there. Again, real quick, my 4 reasons that I thought up in my brilliant mind on why a lot of women overlook good men. Number one, they have never seen an example of a good man. Number two, they are used to bottom feeders. Number three, they are scared. And number four, they are not ready. So I hope this has helped somebody tonight. If you on the woman side or on the man side, if you are a good man listening to this, hopefully it helped you out. You have 2 women on here talking about their perspective and what they have seen in our experiences. Again, I am an author. My book is called A White Man's Whore. It is on Amazon. Please support for all the people who have bought my book. Thank you so much for all my supporters. Thank you. Don't forget again to subscribe, hit the notification button, share, talk about this, leave comments even after it's no longer live. I love to read the comments, and I try my hardest to comment on your comment. And all you guys have a wonderful night and be safe out there.